rebel leader, the other a pop star turned politician known as the ghetto president. When Museveni seized power in 1986, he described Africa's problem as leaders who overstay. 4 decades later, and he's seeking his 7th term in office. His first term came amid a wave of optimism. Museveni had led an insurgency that helped topple the brutal despot Idi Amin in 1979.
I became a soldier to defend myself and my people against state-inspired violence.
Museveni has since cultivated foreign allies by embracing the security priorities of the West, sending peacekeepers to hotspots such as Somalia and South Sudan and welcoming huge numbers of refugees. His government also won praise for tackling the AIDS epidemic and for beating back the Lord's Resistance Army that brutalized Ugandans for nearly 20 years. But widespread corruption has hollowed out state services. Under a privatization program, dozens of state enterprises were sold to Museveni's relatives and cronies at fire sale prices. That's according to parliamentary reports that said some of the proceeds were embezzled. Museveni has acknowledged that some government officials have engaged in corrupt practices, but says all those who have been caught have been prosecuted. Museveni's opponents have also rejected previous election results, citing alleged irregularities, which the government has denied. Successive elections have also been marred by violence and crackdowns on the government's opponents. And that brings us to Bobi Wine. He has, he says, been beaten, tasered and attacked with tear gas and pepper spray while campaigning against what he calls Museveni's dictatorship. He first stood for the presidency in 2021 in an election period in which security forces killed more than 50 opposition supporters. Wine was detained several times and started wearing a bulletproof jacket and helmet. This time around, security forces have detained hundreds of opposition supporters and repeatedly fired live bullets and tear gas at campaign events. The government has said security forces only intervene when Wine supporters violate campaign rules.
A lot of impunity has been ongoing, unfortunately, under the watch and conspicuous silence of the Electoral Commission.
Wine, legal name Robert Chagalani, was just 3 when Museveni came to power. His musical career took off in the early 2000s with songs decrying urban poverty and political repression. His music and his politics, he says, were inspired by his mother's struggles as she hawked street food in a slum in the capital Kampala. By mobilizing millions of young Ugandans, Wine has emerged as Museveni's most formidable challenger in years. Uganda has one of the world's youngest populations, with over 73% of its 46 million people under the age of 30. However, Wine faces an uphill battle, as, according to political analysts, Museveni's grip on state institutions means his victory is all but assured.